Hey, Chmelaeon.com here. Today I'm going to be doing a review for the most rated and one of the highest rated vacuum insulated bottles on Amazon. It is the Thermos stainless king size 40 ounce beverage bottle, and it comes in a few different colors. But before I go any further, as always guys, we're going to have links in the description below to ensure that you get the best price on your purchase today. And be sure to check us out over at Chmelaeon.com, which is spelled like this. We'll have links in the description below. But we have every product known to man. We have stuff for your car, stuff for your baby. We have camera accessories, office gear, cycling gear, phone mounts, phone cases, GoPro stuff. We have stuff for your stuff. We have fishing gear. We have camping, outdoor survival, paintball, airsoft, Milsim stuff. We have office supplies. We have stuff for your pets, toys, games, and a ton of tools. Look at this. We have like 2,000 camping results. Carboneers, water filters, showers. We have like 1,000 different kinds of water bottles. Now, enough with the shameless promotion. Let me get straight into this. Sorry, little chameleon. He's okay. Okay, so here we go. So this comes in a bunch of different colors. It's got army green, cranberry, black, which is mine, and then midnight blue and stainless steel if you're into that. So I'm just going to read this off. I also have a review for the Stanley one if you want to watch our channel. We just did a review for that. And I'm also going to have a versus video between the two. But you know what? I'm just going to rip this thing off because... Or can I just undo these? Well, let's do a durability test and just rip these off. See how good that handle. Pretty good handle if you can just rip it off like that. I like that it's got metal attachments and they're not plastic. The handle itself is plastic, but it is a heavy duty looking plastic. It's so clear you can see my reflection in it. Hey guys, good test on that. The top is also a cup, so you can pour stuff in it. Let's see if this is insulation technology for maximum temperature retention, hot or cold. They're claiming, you can see the insulation from this diagram here. It's got a pour-through stopper. It's serving cup lid, cool to the touch with heat beverage, sweat-proof with cold. Convenient carrying handle, double wall vacuum insulated. It's got 18 by 8 stainless steel inner and outer walls, so you're not getting into contact with plastic on there for the most part, which I like. And they're advertising it keeps hot for 24 hours and cold for 24 hours. The Stanley that I just reviewed had 150 hour up to a 100 and I think 60-hour ice rating. I'm going to do a head-to-head comparison on how this holds ice compared to the Stanley if you want to watch that video. It's got a nice screw cap. It's got 2 pour holes, so it can be poured from either direction. And it doesn't have a folding handle the way the Stanley does, but it does fold down. Does this fold down? Let me see. Oh, no, I think it does. I'm checking right now. Okay, so you need to kind of like orientate it into the middle, but this does fold down for storage, which is nice. And on the inside, there is a little manual, and you just got to put your fingers in there. You can't fist it all the way, but you can get a couple in there. Now the Stanley had a bit of a wider hole. I could fit 4, but this one you can only fit 3. Anyway, it's a boy. It came out. It's got a nice little manual here in a bunch of different languages, like ticker tape. The old ticker tape. I think it's got a lifetime guarantee. Let me check. Before first use, wash all parts with warm, soapy water. Contents should be not left in the container for longer than 24 hours. As soon as possible after each and every use, wash all parts with warm, soapy water. Do not use abrasive cleaners, scrubbers, since they can dull the finish. Do not bleach. Chlorine, is bad. This product can be a top rack dishwasher safe. However, hand washing is recommended as the dishwasher uses harsher detergents and hot water that may affect the appearance of your product. Residual contents may become trapped between parts, under gaskets, flexible band around the lid and stopper, so be sure to clean these gaskets once in a good while. You're barely touching any plastic. I'm not seeing a BPA free on the plastic. Maybe it is. Probably is. I hope it is. I know the Stanley was BPA free. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and look at this one more time. I'm not seeing BPA free, but I wouldn't worry about it really that much. It's got 4.5 stars at 5,000 customer reviews. Once again, guys, links in the description below to make sure you get the best price on your purchase today. At Thermos, They have a bunch of different ones, obviously. The Stanley I just reviewed is pretty up there. It had like 4,000. Is it leak proof? I've never had the Thermos leak yet. I've used it for about 2 years now. That's cool. Yeah, it's like four or 5 stars across the board. Everyone's loving it. Bad inner screw lid, apparently, from one guy. Everyone's saying very sturdy, big, and stays hot a long time. Worth the price of admission. I like that one. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I like it a lot. I like that it has a little cup, too. But on that note, I think I'm pretty much going to leave this review. I'm going to do an ice test on this that I'm actually going to edit in here. If you guys want to stick around and watch the ice test for it, I'm going to see if it beats out the Stanley. Also, this one is the... What model is this? Or how big is this? How many ounces do we have here? I think this thing is 40 ounces. Yeah, I think this is a 40 ouncer. I think so. I think it's a 40. Anyway, I'm going to fill my 40 with ice, and then I'm going to get back to you guys. On that note, Chmelaeon.com is out. Be sure to check us out at Chmelaeon.com. We have basically every piece of camping gear known to man. We have survival packs, we have carboneers, we have water filters, we have solar showers, we have survival gear, we have shovels, we have knives, we have backpacks and fanny packs and molly bags and military stuff. So check us out. Some rain ponchos. Come on, guys. Do I really need to say any more? Links in the description below. And as always, Chmelaeon.com is out. Peace. Check out this ice test. Okay, guys, so really quick, I'm going to timestamp both of these. Right now, it is 4:38 p.m., Thursday, June 20th, 2019. And what I'm going to do, as you can see, they're both filled to the brim with ice. So this thing all the way up here to where this thing can screw in comfortably, and all the way to the top here to where the Thermos can screw in comfortably. I'm going to write down on a label right here with a pen, and I'm going to put the timestamp on both of these, and then I'm going to come back to you guys, maybe once every 24 or 48 hours or whatever I do to really test this 150-hour ice thing to the test. So that's basically it. So here you guys go, just so you can see it. Full of ice. They've been in here for maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and once again, the time is 4:39 Thursday, June 20th. 4:39 Thursday, June 20th, 2019. Okay, here we go. One more thing, just so people know, these are completely sealed, like tight. Like I really use the force of my hand to close both of these, and I will also put the cups on as well, just so everyone knows that these are tight seals, and I am tightening these all the way, even when the phone's off. I just want to let everyone know that to have a fair comparison test between the two. Okay. Two most well-known thermoses or vacuum insulated bottles. Let's see which holds ice longer, the Stanley or the Thermos. Go. Okay, quick update. So now it is exactly 2:40 on Saturday, June 22nd, 2019. So it is almost exactly 48 hours, and I'm going to show you the insides of both of these just to show you how they're retaining ice so far. And I can still feel ice in them, so, you're going to know it whether it's 24 hours or not. So here we go. Pull this off. And I have not opened these since the last update. So let's just pop off the Thermos. And we'll pop off the Stanley. And we'll take a look inside both of these to see how they're progressing. This is the 48-hour mark for all intents and purposes. And just so everyone knows, it's been roughly about 70 to 85 degrees inside of the van. So pretty much ideal temperatures. But that's pretty good. Yeah, the ice on the inside looks pretty good. I'll show you the depth. So it's like down to man, I'm gonna say it's down to like, let me see here, right about here. So the ice is down to right about the black label on this, and the ice on here is about down to here. So I know they're a little bit different sized bottles, but they're about the same because the ice level's about here on this one, and the ice level's about here on this one. I'll check in at the next 28 or 48 hour mark, and I'll put a marker here and here for the timing on where it is. But the ice is about here after 48 hours in the Stanley, and the ice is about here about 48 hours on the Thermos. And just so you can see, there is some nice, well, I don't want to pour anything out, but I just want to see if there's there's a little bit of water in each of them. I'll pour a little bit out just to be, you know, real world scenario, you take a sip out of it or whatever. Okay. Anyway, open, and let's check in at 48. I want to see how close it's gonna come to that 150 mark. All right, let's close these back up. Also, it is nice to have a real world scenario when, because you know, people might grab ice from these, they open them and close them. So this is a good, not totally scientific, but a good real world example. Anyway, I will close these up super tight just so everyone can see it. Get the rubber seal really on there. And the rubber seal really on here. I want to really tighten it down. Okay. Same with the cup. And same with the other cup. Alright, cool. 48 hour mark. Done. Let's see how close we can get to that 150. Hey guys, quick update. It is now Sunday, June 23rd, 4:29 p.m. and we're going to do a check on the ice. This is where it was yesterday at 2:40. So let's just do a quick check. Open this really quick. So we're at about roughly this, almost right at the 72-hour mark on these. And we're about to see. I have not opened them since the last sticker. So let's check these out. See where the ice level is. I'm gonna take a sip of water from each of these too. Yeah, water tastes nice and clean. Like it. So this is at about, just so you can see inside here. Still is ice cold. There's still ice in it, but it's definitely a lot less. So let me see. I think it's about there. I'm actually gonna put the light on this just to see. We're at about right. That's actually pretty dang impressive. I'm trying to shake it up. Yeah, it's definitely still ice, but let me just give you a chance to have a look in here. So there's definitely still ice in there, and there's definitely still ice in here. It's like a slush, but there's still ice, and I would say it's all the way about down to, let me see, it's hard to tell the depth. I'm going to say about here. It's about right here on this, like that's the top rim. So I'm impressed, but you also have to remember that it is melting into water too, so it's really going to start degrading. Now this one is at about, let me take the water. I'm going to drink some of the water from here. It's getting there for sure. I'm going to say it's down to about here. So it's about the same. It's about like where it says extra large, that's where the ice level is about down to now. So I'll mark these off, but ice level is about here on this one, and I think it was about the same on here for this one. So actually pretty close contenders, to be honest, because I mean this is a bigger bottle and they're about going down the exact same rate, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But the water tastes fine. There's still a lot of ice in them, so I'll mark these off and then I'll check back in another 24 or 48 hours. All right, cool. But you know what? Just if you're still watching this, just from an honest perspective, I'm already pretty impressed with these. We're 72 hours in, and these are still holding ice in roughly anywhere from like 70 to 90 degree temperatures from inside a van. I brought them inside for the rest of the test, and then I'm opening them, leaving them open for a little bit. But totally, real world scenario here. I'll check back in a little bit. Hey, we're back. We're roughly 114 hours into this test, and it is currently... Let me grab a timestamp for you guys. It is now 9:50 a.m. June 25th, so I'll put a marker on both of these again. But I'm just going to get straight into it. Let's open these up. You can definitely hear a little bit of ice in both of them still. So I'm impressed, because we're at almost 5 days now, and there's still ice in these things. So both of them are great for holding ice. I'm pretty impressed thus far with both of these. But let's take a look really quick in here. Unscrew these. These are both capped very snugly, very tightly, to make sure that we're getting the best insulation properties. It is roughly 78, 77 degrees in here, something like that, in the 70s. So you guys know. Put that there. Boop, boop. Okay. So as you can see, well, actually, as you can't see, let me take the phone here. Just give you an in-depth look. So yeah, we're about 114 hours, I thought it was, or 114 hours in, and we still got ice. So pretty impressive. 36. Yeah, 114 hours. So there's still ice in both of these. It's like a slush. It's like a slushy almost at the bottom. So it's not like... Actually, I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pour out some of the water like I did before, like a real world thing, like you're taking ice out of these things. So I'm just going to pour roughly the same amount into this bowl, just to... kind of like I've been doing. Oops, I don't want to lose too much ice, but... trying to see how much ice is in here. Wonder if it like solidified into a block. That's what it looked like. Still quite a bit. I have to keep it even. I'm going to pour a little bit more out up here. You go on, you're getting a sip, grabbing a drink of water, whatever, grabbing a couple ice cubes. Okay. So I poured roughly the same amount out. It's getting... You know, it's funny, it's almost at the, trying to see how low that's going. It's pretty low, but it's not, it's definitely... Yeah, I would say, it's hard to get an accurate thing because it's so deep in there, but like, it's about... It's about right, like the top is like about right here. So above all these little markers. So pretty impressive. And that's after I poured a little bit of water out, you know what I mean? So now let's do this guy really quick, see where this is. Now this guy's a little bit... Take a look here. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. It's not like it's losing liquid. Now it's kind of like... Now it's not really losing much level so much as it's just changing temperature, you know what I mean? Because, of course, water expands when it turns to ice, so it's not really, like, draining as much, like the big drop, because there's so much air So it's really just, it's slowly going down. So I'm going to say the top is roughly about here. And that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to put the markers on both of these for the timestamp. But I will say this, because I think the next one is probably going to be the last check-in. Maybe it won't be, I don't know. But I want to put the caps back on these to get the best insulation value on all these. I want to keep it consistent. So I'm gonna tighten these down, and then I'll check back in with you guys. But thus far, these things are holding ice for almost 5 days, and I can almost assure you that when I check back in, there's probably going to be a little bit of ice left. But yeah, this is checking in after almost a day and a half on the last one, and there's still ice. Pretty impressed. All right, we'll check back in. All right, guys, the check-in you've been waiting for. This is day 6, 150 hours and almost 20 minutes change, 10:57 p.m., Wednesday, June 26th. Starting time was 4:39, June 20th, 2019. So let's get straight into this. I'm going to open these both, and it's going to be a very revealing check-in. But I'm going to say this while I open these, because I think this is going to be the final video. This is a real-world test. You know, I poured out a couple little things on each of them, and the ice I got was not cube ice, it was pellet ice. I just want to say that. But I think, before I even show you the results of this, guys, they're both amazing products. But you guys can make your own conclusion, and the links will be in the description below to buy. Just make sure you have enough storage for the ice that you're going to need on your trip. So here we go. Check this out. Very tight seal on both of these. Here we go. Okay, so no ice left in the Stanley. And we got a little bit of slush on top, but it's really negligible. I mean, there's barely any ice left in here. Just like a little top layer. So let me give you my opinion on this before I check out of here. I think they can both comfortably carry ice for 5 days. 6 days is pushing it, which is 144 hours. This thing is not very far off on its 1 hour. I'm sorry, not 1 hour, 150 hour rating. If I peel this back again, I will show you. I know it was already in the review. But this is rated for 150 hours. Now, that is perfect. I think if you're using cube ice and you don't open it, then I think it would have made it the last 6 hours, okay? Because it was looking pretty good even on the 25th. So, comfortably, 5 days for both of them. You guys choose whatever you think is the best. The link will be in the description below. Be sure to check us out at Chmelaeon.com and like, bell, share, subscribe, all that stuff for more quality tests, comparisons, and reviews like this. This stuff is not junk content. We do take time to make this stuff happen. So, that's pretty much it. Choose what you think is best. I think they're both amazing products. I hate to end out on that. They're both insulating bottles. They're both going to be great. I'm going to use both of them because I'm going to fill them both up with ice when I need to. But they're great. I think they're great products. The Thermos has a teeny tiny bit of ice. It's pretty much negligible, but it does have a couple hours on the Stanley just from this test. But not by much, by a very small margin, because it's barely any ice. On that note, Chmelaeon.com is out. And one more thing I'm going to say. These are about the same size bottles. They're about the same. They're not identical. This actually comes in a bigger one, which I think I said in the other review, which had an even higher rating than this. Take that for what it's worth. And then this thing didn't even give a rating for ice. It was like the same thing. It was, 24 or 28 hours hot, cold insulation. They didn't put an ice value on here, which is, I was surprised. And these have both been in roughly 70 to 85 degree temperatures during the whole 6 days. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave on that note. You guys choose for yourself. Links in the description below. Check us out at Chmelaeon.com for camping, survival, and all sorts of cool gear like that. And on that note, as always, Chmelaeon.com is out. Peace. Stay cool.